Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here, returning to you for this discussion video that we're going to be breaking down for the new Falling in Reverse record that is soon to be coming out in the next month for Popular Monster. And as you see in the thumbnail, I'm probably going to change up the thumbnail for the album review for a different color for the artwork, basically. But you'll see something pretty cool for the artwork. Or something interesting and colorful in a way. So basically, we're going to dive into this video right now. So it's the first song that we have not heard is the prequel. That's an unreleased track. Basically, my expectations are so low for this record, very low. And I will tell you why, because this band sucks. Like, the people that are supporting and condoning Ronnie Radke's behavior and how he is acting and cyberbullying people and attacking people over a fucking opinion they have of him. It's like, dude, grow the fuck up. So act your fucking age. You're 40 fucking years old. You need to grow up and stop acting like a man-child. So, with what I'm going to say in this, I don't think my expectations are going to be so high for the first track. Then we get to Popular Monster, which this one was, it was meh. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great in any way. So, this is a 3 out of 5 for me. All My Life, fuck this track. I think they wanted to go with a country metal song with this one. Country southern metal track, and it's like, this is horrible. Jelly Roll couldn't even save the song, and that's bad. I've come back and listened to it from time to time, and I have a little bit of hypocrisy with what I'm going to say here. The melody is slightly catchy, but the problem with the song is how it's sounding overall and how Ronnie Radke's singing it. And it just doesn't flow, this track. So this one is a big letdown. Then we get to Ronald, the next song, which is one of the worst tracks for the record. One of them. It's disappointing, but it's not as bad. But All My Life's getting still a 1.5 out of 5. I've come back and listened to it from time to time, only for commentary, just to fuck around and be like, okay, I'm gonna get some laughs at this track. That's basically the shit I do in this. And give me a second, I gotta pause the video. Sorry about that, guys. Had to move the cat right here. He was trying to, find a space to sit in, and he's still a sweetheart. Titan is, so he's a cute cat. But still, Ronald is a 2.75 out of 5 still. I don't like this track. It's just, at least Tech 9 made it interesting, and Alex Terrible was, it was fine. But the execution with how Ronnie's lyricism was coming out in this track, not good. Not good at all. Voices in My Head was a disappointing one, too. I'm not a fan of it, so this is a step down. 2.75 out of 5. At least there's some metal influences, but it's just the rapping and how it's executing. This track didn't do it, so nope. Bad Guy featuring Soraya. Soraya, I believe is how you pronounce her name. His girlfriend is in this track. It might be an interlude track. Going into the next song, Watch the World Burn, which basically, I don't know. There's only 4 songs we have left to be excited for this record. And out of those 4 songs, 7 of the songs have already been out. I'm going to be 100% honest with you here. Over half the record is out. Like, come on, Falling in Reverse. Like, you're spoiling your record. That's what you're doing. And this is what I'm talking about. I bet they're going to drop another single. I'm not going to be so surprised. Even if it's Trigger Warning, one of those tracks. Which I don't really give a fuck anymore, because this is only an 11-track album. And 7 of the songs we've already heard. So, what the fuck does that tell you? That they are not hyping fans up for this record. But I will say this record is not something to be hyped up about. It is far from it. It is going to be a clusterfuck of cringe when it comes out August 16th. And I'm getting my thumbnail ready for that in due time. A really good thumbnail and something you guys are going to like. But still, there's going to be a lot of shit I'm going to say in the album review. Even though I used to be a fan of Falling in Reverse, I'm not anymore due to the fact that Ronnie Radke's a piece of shit and a scumbag and a sick fuck. And he just is mentally unstable as a person. So, pretty much, bad guy. I don't know what I'm going to think about this track, but we'll just wait and see how it turns out. But still, Watch the World Burn's another track that I was kind of mid on. I will say the second half of it is fine, but the first half is bad. So this is a 3 out of 5 for sure. Trigger Warning is another regular song for the record that I don't know if I'm going to like. But keep in mind, I'm just speculating here with what I think, how the songs are going to sound. This one's probably going to have some pretty filthy garbage lyrics. I can guarantee you. I can tell from me talking about it now, when I listen to the track come August 15th or 16th, because I'm probably going to download it the day before, I'm not going to be so surprised come that day when my predictions are going to come to fruition. That it's going to be full of cuss words and full of profanity and all that shit. And it's like, okay, you don't have to cuss all the fucking time to get your point across. I mean, if you're really mad about something, go right ahead to get your point across, but only do it to a degree where you know you can. I think this one is going to be so bad that it's going to be laughable. So, my expectations are low for Trigger Warning. Zombified, I will give him props with this, with the people are canceling other people on social media. That is true. That shit does happen. But what gives you the right to be a part of that topic when you yourself have been canceled so many times and still want to keep playing victim and saying, oh, well, they never canceled me, oh, all this shit. So get your head out of your fucking ass. Like, dude, you've been canceled many times. And proof has come out about your bullshit. Receipts, screenshots, all that shit. Everything you've been fucking saying all the time has been nothing but bullshit. So, my advice, keep your fucking trap shut and mind your own business and focus on your own music career and your band. Even though they're going downhill, in my opinion. But Zombified, I'll give him props for, because at least he talked about social media canceling people. I'll give him props with some of the lyric choices he said in it. But it doesn't give him the right to make a song about this topic, because he himself has ousted himself in this whole situation of him being canceled. So, Ronnie Radke is cancelable. Cancelable, if I'm pronouncing it right. But this song was decent, but not great. So, 4 out of 5. No Fear. I will say Zombified is probably the strongest track, so I'd bump it up to a 4.5. That's the only time I will bump something up to a solid rating. But I don't really like Ronnie Radke personally. I can separate the art from the artist for this song, but I still have my critiques. I won't separate the art from the artist for this whole band and Ronnie Radke himself, because personally he's a scumbag. But still, No Fear is the next track, and I'm only gonna be speculating what I think of it. I have not heard the songs yet. Keep in mind, I have not heard the other 4 tracks for this record, but I have speculations that they're gonna be bad. So No Fear. I don't know. This track, I'll have to hear how it sounds, but from my standpoint, it's either going to be good or bad. And then Last Resort Reimagined is the last track. This was one of the singles. So I just feel that this one was fairly decent. At least it was nice, but there were some moments where I had my cringe points in this track, so 4.25 out of 5. So it's above decent, but not great. And that's going to be it for this lengthy video. I will say that you will be seeing an album review for this come August 16th or maybe the day before. But I will state that this record is not going to be good. It is the most most unhighly album that I'm really going to be expecting to listen to. Or there's a word for it, but I can't think of it. Highly unanticipated record. I'm less anticipated for this album because with all the singles I've heard, most of them are pretty bad. So, like All My Life, Ronald, Voices in My Head, Watch the World Burn was kind of mid, but it's not great. And Zombified was solid. Popular Monster was decent, maybe about average. It's a mediocre track, but it's just not great anyway. So pretty much Last Resort Reimagined was a strong one too. I think tracks 9 and 11 are going to be the only solid tracks that I'll probably come back to from time to time. But I will say there's some critiques with the lyrics with Zombified that I have issues with. But overall, I think Ronnie Radke needs to give up on music because this is the 5th album in over 7 years since their last record, Coming Home. And it took them this fucking long to make a record. And I'm like, how am I not surprised? Because everything that you've put out lately, as I've really dived deep into your lyricism with this band, with his band and this music, has been nothing but pedophilia, kind of sympathizing lyrics, sympathizing pedophilia lyrics. With the first album, The Drug in Me Is You, it's very on the cringe side. Not on the safe side, but there's some songs that play it safe, but it's still very cringy of a record. And not the best record I've listened to. It's one of the worst. But the worst of them all is the second record, Fashionably Late. That was bad. Game Over, My Life is Like a Video Game. That was... What the fuck was that? That song was crap. And so was Bad Girls Club. That was bad too. And Alone was bad too. That one was so bad. And the song with him, Just Like You, I Am Aware That I'm an Asshole. At least you can admit that. Because you really are. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The proof is there. Everything that you've seen on Wikipedia and other sources is true from what my standpoint, and you can have your own opinion, form your own opinion on what you think of Ronnie Radke and Falling in Reverse, but the truth is, as some of you really need to dive deep into this to determine for yourself. You don't have to necessarily agree with me. I'm not going to have people that are going to agree with me because they're following through blind ignorance, in my opinion, but that's my opinion. And it may sound mean, but it's just, I find it to be blind ignorance from my standpoint. But overall, I just think this whole album is going to be a clusterfuck of a mess. And from the 7 singles I've listened to, I'm not that impressed. So, 2 of them I was interested in. The other 5 are hit or miss, or they can go fuck themselves, basically. So, with that being said, just thought I'd talk about this. I know this was a long video, but there was a lot to discuss about in this video. But overall, form your own opinion about what you think of Ronnie Radke. That's fine. If you can separate the art from the artist, good for you, I guess. That's your personal choice if you want to. I can't with this band. This is a band I cannot separate the art from the artist because of all the shit that Ronnie Radke has done, all the crappy lyrics that they make, and just, it's not good. So, pretty much, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I will have the Flat Black album review come out soon. I'll see you in my next review.